You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. Well, it seems that the situation in West Bengal has been deteriorating since some time now. First, we saw ED officials being attacked in West Bengal when they were en route to nab TMC leader Sheikh Shahjahan. Now, recently, the NIA team has been attacked in West Bengal's East Midnapore district when they arrived to arrest the key conspirators of a 2022 Bhupatinagar blast case. Locals in fact surrounded the vehicle and pelted stones at a car of the NIA team, damaging the windscreen. One of the officers of the NIA was also injured in this attack. Amidst all this, the question which looms large is what has caused Bengal to get so much, violent, and when will this kind of a violence against agencies stop, and will Mamata Banerjee take some sort of an action? We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Pratyush Singh, BJP leader. Also with us on the program is Mr. Manav Jaiswal, TMC spokesperson. Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, joins us on the program as well. Last but not the least, Mr. M.L. Sharma, former SP Director, CBI, Special Director, joins us on the program as well. Mr. Pratyush Singh, I'll begin with you. Are you there with us? Mr. Singh, what do you make of this attack? What does this tell you? Do you think that this was somehow coordinated in connection to what happened on the 5th of January as well, when the ED was attacked in West Bengal?
See, this attack suggests that Trinamool Congress has adopted the policy and modus operandi of Shahjahan as their official policy. Because today after the attack, what Mamata Banerjee said is utterly shameful. She said that some chocolate bomb was bursted in 2022, and for that case, NIA came to arrest few people, and NIA and CBI are the two brothers of BJP. I want to ask that 3 people lost their lives when a house blew up while they were making bombs in a residence of a TMC leader. Is this equivalent to the bursting of chocolate bomb? And when people are attacking NIA, Trinamool Congress cadres with TMC flags in their hands are attacking NIA. Mamata Banerjee is saying that no, NIA went on to attacking people. So while siding with those who are attacking NIA and other central agency, Mamata Banerjee has officially declared that they adore and adopt the policy of Sheikh Shahjahan as the official policy of Trinamool Congress. And they have now stated that Trinamool Congress now works on Talibani mindset. And it is very shameful for the land of Aurobindo, for the land of Swami Vivekananda, for the land of Bankim Chandra.
Rajalakshmi Joshi, what do you make of what's happening over here? It's very, very strange that agencies such as the NIA, find themselves under threat in a state like West Bengal.
Yes, Vineet. That is so sad and unfortunate that even a chief minister seems to be endorsing this kind of violence, and she is actually defending the perpetrators of the crime. So, these central agencies, they are supposed to be working, on a completely neutral basis, and the state government is supposed to be cooperating with them. And just look at it, that when these agencies, they are investigating a bomb blast in one of their own workers' house, this actually they should have cooperated with them. So instead of that, what they are doing is they are not only attacking, and in huge numbers. Just look at it, around 100 or 150 people have attacked them. And so, this, and to add to it, Mrs. Mamata Banerjee is asking that why did they go there at midnight or early in the morning? One thing that I would want to say is that the NIA always, wherever they do all these raids, they do it early in the morning, because there has to be an element of surprise, and obviously they will not want to alert the people in question, and so there is a procedure that they follow. So I'm sure that they have followed all the whatever protocol had to be followed, and they were doing their job. They're simply doing their job. Just like what happened in Sandesh Khali, here also the central agencies, they have been attacked. So this is some case of lawlessness where, we have seen this happening even during the panchayat elections. We have seen this happening during earlier elections also, where, the Mamata Banerjee government, they say that last time so many people had died, this time only so many people died, so this is less violence. So it's like they actually don't seem to care for the numbers. For them, it's just statistics. They don't care for the human lives. Even people in high offices, like even the judges, even people in such positions of power also feel helpless in states, in a state like West Bengal. So it is a very sorry state of affairs, Vineet, and I'm shocked as to how a chief minister can make such irresponsible statements and actually defend the people who are actually doing a crime. So I think that some strict action needs to be taken.
Okay, let's get a
especially
response
by
from
the
Mr.
election.
Let's directly get a response from Mr. Jaiswal on what you have just said. Manav, how do you respond to what Rajalakshmi Joshi has said? And is this really unbecoming of any state, of any government, to have agencies being attacked like this?
First of all, namaskar to the nation. I don't know which land are we talking about. If you're talking about Bengal, you've just forgotten what happened to you just forgotten what happened to Noida in recent times. You've forgotten what happened in Aligarh when Bengal police went in to arrest the Mandal leader of the BJYM. You've just forgotten what happened in Gujarat when the officers were literally stabbed and they used sharp weapons. So these are the incidents, but I don't want to compare them. I just want to make people aware that what has been happening across India, and unfortunately the whole media and the Bharti, which is not Bharti, sorry, but the Bhrashtachari Jumla party is only focused on Bengal because they want to conquer Bengal. What they have been doing now, I need to give you a date, which is the 4th of June 2023, when this particular case was handed over to NIA. What was NIA doing for the last 10 months? Where was NIA? What kind of investigation they actually been through? They could not even arrest a single person in the last 10 months. Why now? Because now it's a political game. It's an election. What they want to do? They want to harass. They want to scare the people, the Karyakartas. They want to arrest the local booth committee members so that we relax behind the election. We cannot run the elections in a proper phase. Definitely there should be a parity. Definitely there should be a law of land. Definitely there should be an agency which is nispaksh in Hindi. We should be neutral. I forget how Ms. Joshi has been watching these news channels these days. We're talking about electoral bonds, which is not electoral bonds, it's the extortion bond. We are talking about ED. Every bacha of India knows about ED. What is ED? It's an extortion department. No, not the enforcement directorate, but the extortion department. All these central agencies are working to justify their one leader, one supremo, which is Narendra Damodar Das Ji Modi, our Pramukh Pracharak of Bharatiya Jamla Party, and the Prime Minister of our country. I'm really, appalled by my friend Pratyush. Suddenly he is talking about ahimsa. But his forefathers, they follow Godse, the first terrorist of India. They don't follow Netaji. He's forgotten that the Bengal is the land of Netaji also. Bengal has shown the British the first resistance in pan-India, and it did not happen just by sitting on these cold chambers. It went in because of the street, and today Mamata Banerjee, the only woman chief minister of the country, the only woman leader who has actually made up her own party and has been able to throw the leftists out of the state. Is working really hard. We are with the people. There has been an explosive which was found out that because of the Diwali, the firecrackers, they were there, they were doing it. They were making, the firecrackers and everything, and it went busted. Why did the NIA go and arrest them if there was something which is so negative? They've been creating bomb, probably an RDS which was found in Pulwama. What happened with when the amount of RDS which was found in Pulwama? Where is the NIA? Our army men, our decorated army men were killed. Every house in India, every state was mourning. Where was our Pradhan Mantri? He was doing beer and girls in one of the Corbett parks.
Okay.
We're talking about what is what, and
Okay.
later on, not only that,
All right.
shameless.
Yeah, Rajalakshmi wants to. Yeah, okay. Rajalakshmi wants to respond to you. Then we.
Vote on the dead bodies of the Pulwama.
Okay. All right. Okay. We have gone out of context now. Rajalakshmi, quickly respond to what Manav just said, and then we go to Mr. Sharma.
Vineet, I could hear a whole lot of whataboutery, but not one word on what exactly transpired when the people attacked the NIA officers. Not one word about it. And now coming to all these kind of allegations that Mr. Jaiswal has been saying, Dr. Jaiswal. So he spoke about electoral bonds. Now it is very rich coming from Dr. Jaiswal from the TMC party, who has 99% of their funding coming from electoral bonds. If it was so questionable, then why have they accepted electoral bonds? Why have they done that? And what was the reason for them to resort to this means of funding? They could have gone through any other way. I mean, it is very rich of them to put questions on the BJP about all of this. So I think there is a lot of whataboutery here and no direct answer about whatever we had put across to him. Now coming to the actual action of the NIA, let me just remind Dr. Jaiswal that there were a lot of summons given to all these people. There were summons to 8 people in this case of the NIA. And they did not respond to them, and that is why today the NIA officers went to the house of the TMC Karyakarta, and that is when they were attacked. So, Vineet, it is not as if suddenly the NIA woke up, a few days before the elections and then they were attacked. So, this is something, this whataboutery is not going to lead anywhere. And the people of Bharat are not foolish. They can see what is happening, and you are conducting debates on all different issues every time. So it is not as if, one particular issue is taken up and something else is not. So we have all discussed and debated about all kinds of violences across the country. So it is not as if you are only nitpicking on one particular issue. But this thing about Bengal is a repeated incident. This thing is going on. We have all seen what happened at Sandesh Khali. So this cannot be just overlooked. Vineet, just because this is close to the elections, the NIA cannot overlook something that is causing a security issue. If somebody is there found to be making bombs or somebody is there with something questionable, then obviously the NIA has to do their job. The law and order cannot be just overlooked just because elections are due.
Okay.
So this is something silly and ridiculous, Vineet.
All right, Mr. ML Sharma, what do you make of this situation? These officers who've been attacked in Bengal on the 5th of January and now very recently, they obviously were just doing their jobs.
Frankly speaking, I entirely agree with Raj Lakshmi ji, and I just don't agree with Dr. Jaiswal or anything that he has said. I don't want to repeat what Raj Lakshmi ji has said. You see, violence perpetrated against the central government officers, NIA officers, and I have been a police officer all my life for 40 years, working in CBI for 20 years, doing all kinds of things. At that time, all these kind of crimes were investigated by the CBI is very unfortunate. More unfortunate is the explanation given by the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal. I mean, this kind of violence can't be justified. One can only condemn it, saying that it's unfortunate and we'll take care. That doesn't happen in future.
Is she encouraging the violence by defending it? Is she
please.
encouraging this kind of violence by defending it?
I won't say, these politicians in election kind of atmosphere, these are all, off the cuff remarks and all that. I'll not attribute any personal motive to her. But I would like to say one thing more. I've seen, and I'm 75 now, I've seen life, all angles. You see, when the leftists were in power, there was a lot of Gundaism perpetrated by the ruling party. Is a ruling party in Bengal. Bengal basically is not a violent society. It's a ruling party for electoral benefits which perpetrates or encourages violence. Now, after Didi has come into power, I'll not say she has encouraged because I don't know the Bengal society so much, but I'm saying that things have not changed. So basically, Bengal scenario is dominated by ruling party violence, which is happening. Third thing I would like to say is that one can understand some kind of resistance being put up by local people or party cadres or goons or whatever you call them. But, it may happen in matters relating to corruption, where politicians are involved. Now, bomb blasts, big or small, they're a dangerous thing. And that's why, very wisely, the central government enacted, and to the Congress party, Chidambaram was the Home Minister when this NIA Act was enacted. It was only for curbing terrorist activities where the central government doesn't have to seek permission of the state government to take up investigation. It's a very happy development. And in such kind of activity where no political people are involved, resistance by local people and its justification by people in authority is not justified. Yes. Timing. Now, legally, there's nothing wrong with timing. They can go anytime, day, night, whenever. And, element of surprise has to be there. But then central agencies, is my experience, now in this election atmosphere, they should use their practical wisdom so that this kind of thing doesn't happen. Because, this creates an atmosphere. It gives ideas to other people also, other states also. And therefore, timing, not in legal sense, but in practical sense, they should be a little careful because the entire country is charged with election fever. So this is all that I have to say. And other statements made by Dr. Jaiswal, according to me, are not relevant.
Okay, all right, okay. Pratyush Singh, you want to respond to what Manav Jaiswal said? He said that, similar incidents, perhaps not very similar, have taken place in BJP-ruled states as well. Then why no noise then?
No, he has to answer as to which BJP leader was caught in the act of making bomb. Actually, Mr. Manav Jaiswal want to divert the issue from the fact that Bengal right now is sitting on a heap of gunpowder. Manav Jaiswal want to divert us from the fact that there is an unholy nexus between TMC leaders and these goons, these fringe elements who are making bombs, and they have turned entire West Bengal into a factory of bombs and a factory of violence. Mr. Manav Jaiswal want us to divert from the fact that this West Bengal election would go very violent if it's not curbed at the very grassroots. And when NIA is doing something, it's not doing something spontaneously. A case was registered and NIA has done this investigation. And when NIA started their investigation, Mamata Banerjee in a public meeting said that I have heard that NIA has taken charge and I'll disclose in internal meeting. I'll say that internally how to tackle NIA. Quote unquote, she said that I internally dekhenge wo NIA ki hobe dekhte hobe. Which means that Mamata Banerjee or her other leaders might have instructed these people that how to prevent NIA from conducting such raids. And NIA will always go in the morning. Any agency, any such agency will always go in the morning. But Manav Jaiswal is bringing all such issues because he does not want us to deliberate upon this very sensitive issue that what is happening in West Bengal right now. If not for media, if not for people like you, Shahjahan would have still been at large. If not for media like you and others, the women of Sandesh Khali would have suffered now also, in present day also. But because media exposes such issues, it brings such issues to the forefront, Trinamool Congress gets into a dilemma. Trinamool Congress is... the lies of TMC gets caught up. That's why Manav Jaiswal comes to the panel and wants to spread all the lies and all the water that what happened what happened then, what is happening now. You have to answer. तू इधर उधर की ना बात कर, ये बता काफिला क्यों रुटा, मुझे रहजनों से शिकायत नहीं, तेरी रहबरी का सवाल है. You don't need to say what happened in other places. You need to answer what happened to the policy of Mamata Banerjee, who said that I will establish a rule of law in West Bengal. You need to answer that what about the promises of restoration of democracy that you made to the people of West Bengal in the year 2011, when you said that you will free West Bengal from the violence of left, from the violence of radical left. You need to answer when you said that you will catch all the fringe elements, will put all the fringe elements behind the bars who are now acting in the Harmad Bahini of the CPIM. But what we saw that people like Shahjahan, people like Valai Chandromaiti, people like Manoranjan Jana, who were earlier the goons of CPIM, became leaders in Trinamool Congress. And now you want us to not talk of these issues and you want to divert the issue. And it is shameful that you are invoking the name of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose while defending such people who make bombs in their house. You are invoking a great freedom fighter, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who is connected to the sentiment of everyone residing in West Bengal. It is ridiculous that Trinamool Congress is even thinks of defending such issues. And I think that Trinamool Congress should not come to television for defending such things.
Let Manav Jaiswal respond now.
Good for them.
Let Manav respond now. I think he's patiently heard everyone out. Mr. Jaiswal, would you like to respond? Why aren't you addressing this issue of these attacks on our agencies?
Well, Vinny, there was a very long trilogy, like having three people doing a monologue. I could not do nothing but to listen. And
I appreciate your patience.
The country is listening. The country is listening. The country is watching. You have one agenda. somehow or the other malign the state of West Bengal, malign the efforts of Mamata Banerjee. But doing whatever theatrics that the BJP, the Bhrashtachari Jumla party can do, or even their vocals, nothing going to happen locally. Mamata Banerjee, the kind of work that she has done in the last 10 to 13 years, the kind of effort that our leaders everywhere, when BJP calls them Panna Pramukh, we call them the Karyakartas who are working on the grassroots level. Even every individual, every leader, every Mahila Karmi is with Mamata Banerjee. BJP knows it. BJP knows it very well. The only agenda they are running is somehow, tarnish the image of Bengal, create havoc, arrest the Karmis, arrest the people of the booth Karmis, the booth members, so that they cannot run into proper election. They cannot go and talk to their own voters, convince them to re-vote, revisit your alignment with Mamata Banerjee. This is what's been happening. I have to say one thing. We don't support any kind of criminality. We definitely don't support. Our leader has been very vocal. We work on zero tolerance towards corruption. The members have been arrested, whoever has done this kind of a nuisance. We want to know one thing. If the NIA is going to the particular place, if NIA is visiting, when they have taken the help of the local policing, none of the incidents has happened. People are visiting villages at day night. It's not a city. It's not like a enlightened city. You cannot just rush into any houses. You have received a case almost a year back. It's more than a year. What are you doing now? Because there's an election? Is the election commission allowing this just because it's an election and you can run these kind of investigation where you can go and rampant arresting? What is the fair play? Where is the field? Where is the fair play field? Across India, you are arresting the chief ministers, sitting chief ministers. You are arresting the opposition leaders. You're blocking their bank accounts, issuing them income tax notices. What tool is left by the BJP? Why Mr. Modi, Narendra Damodar Modi is so scared? Why the BJP pracharaks are so scared? What is so rash? And if you work so hard and you are so good, so genuine, why are you so worried about the electoral bonds to be shed? I don't know what Ms. Joshi want to tell. You created a policy. You wanted to say, okay, there is a running track. You have to run like this. I will run like this, but you cannot run like this. Okay, fine. There is a game which we are running. I have got all the ammunition, but you are not supposed to use them. But yes, you have to win that. You have to try to win that. Positioning of the gaming tool. Electoral bond was introduced by the BJP, the Bhrashtachari Jumla party. You are vocal about Bhrashtachari Jumla party. Mr. Sharma is vocal about Bhrashtachari Jumla party. My friend Brisyu Singh is so aggressive, so hurt that he is thinking that Bengal is in fire. He's sitting in a chamber in Bengal. He practices law. He has his female friends who are roaming around in Calcutta and Bengal freely. No problem. Now somehow he has to come on the television. He has to say things to help the Zamindars who are sitting in Delhi. If Bengal is so much a problem, these people should be running on the street every day in, day out. You have a governor, you have the Prime Minister, you getting help of the ED, CBI, Election Commission, you getting the help of the Income Tax Department, NIA.
All right, Manav, let's get a response to what you have said from Rajalakshmi Joshi as well. Rajalakshmi Joshi, Manav has made a very important point. He's saying that these perhaps could be optics. Nothing is going to change on the ground for Mamata Banerjee, considering the kind of work she has done. How do you respond to that?
Vineet, I wish that was true. I really admire the fact that Ms. Mamata Banerjee is a very dynamic woman chief minister. But she could have been empathetic and sympathetic towards the women of her state. When all the women at Sandesh Khali, they were saying, they were crying their hearts out, saying that one of her own people is harassing them, is molesting them, is abusing them in every way possible, is disrespecting their dignity. At that time, she was questioning the credibility of their claims. Her own people, the MP from that area, Ms. Nusrat Jahan, she was practically missing, completely missing. So what did the women, the dynamic women of West Bengal do? All these women in power, what did they do for the women in Sandesh Khali? So today when Ms. Rekha Patra, she is standing up for the women in Sandesh Khali, So, I think that I hope that she gets elected and that she reaches parliament and that she's able to do something for the women there. So, I'm sure that the electorate will give a response, whatever it may be. And I hope that there will be free and fair elections. So, what I was saying is you cannot just overlook the law and order situation. And this thing about the NIA, again, sadly, I have to repeat the fact that the NIA had given summons to at least 8 people, in respect to this case, but they did not respond. So this is similar to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, where he intentionally kept just ignoring all his summons till a few days before the elections, so that he is arrested at a time when he can then claim that he is being harassed during the elections. So why do these people keep ignoring these summons? Why don't they just go and approach the courts if they find that something is wrong? Why do they have to attack the central agencies? That is something that is beyond my understanding. Just look at Mr. In Sandesh Khali, those ED officials, the way they were attacked. This is something that actually is unacceptable. If it was anything about any of them being unfairly targeted, they could have approached the courts. But Ms. Mamata Banerjee did not choose to do that. In fact, she is just going on saying that whatever the people are doing is right. So and she is not really standing up with the people that she should have been standing up for. So it is only her workers that she is standing with. So the actual victims of all these crimes, where is she standing with them? She could have stood up for them and said that I will take care and I will take care of you, and I will make sure that not one person from my political party or any political party for that matter will harass you. She did not do that. It would not have been a matter of this political party or that political party.
Let's quickly get a response from Mr. Sharma and Pratyush, and then we're going to wrap up. Mr. Sharma, concluding thoughts from you.
Now, I have nothing new to say except that Dr. Jaiswal's view that NIA officers should have taken help of local police. Well, generally, help of local police is taken in conducting this kind of operations. But then, as has been said earlier, element of surprise, because police system has degenerated in our country and they are kowtowing everywhere. So perhaps in their wisdom, they must have decided to avoid taking local police help. But this is a valid point that he has made, that ordinarily, local police should be kept into the picture in this kind of situation. Second point that I want to make is that, again, repeat, even though there is no legal bar, central investigating agencies, be it income tax, be it ED, be it CBI, whether West Bengal or any other state, practical wisdom says that they should restrain themselves as far as the operations are concerned. It's a self-imposed restraint till the elections are over. This is all that I have to say. Thank you.
Okay. All right. On that note, we're going to dip into a short break. Would like to thank everyone for being a part of this conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.